Good morning. Welcome to my channel. Just want to hop online for a little bit. I have good news. Ordered my ring light finally. It'll be here hopefully this afternoon. Um, so my picture and videos will be crystal clear. And I want to hop on for a little bit, just a little chit chat. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Always, despite of what you have going on, try to keep it positive. Um, just wanted to say, no matter what you're going through, no matter how you may feel, always be the mature one about it. A lot of times people will do and say things to or about you and not even think twice. Now with me, if I know you and we have a good friendship, I want you to be able to tell me, say, hey, you know, I didn't like the way you said that. I didn't like the way it came off. A lot of times we'll say or do things and really don't think about the delivery. Delivery is everything. The actions is everything. And I don't like for weeks to go by. I can deal with a day or two from somebody. It gives us enough time to like really, depending on how it affects you, gives you enough time to cool down, have a clear thought process, and really figure out, okay, how to address the situation, how you're going to be able to talk about the situation. Every day, we always have to work on ourselves. And that's a part of growing up, being a mature person. And you really want to be able to talk things out. Um, it's a situation where somebody will say something and it might be that little final string for them. You don't know. And you could have said something like, you feel like it's just, well, I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't call you out your name, didn't curse you, didn't pick on you and stuff like that. But sometimes it's the tone of your voice or the delivery, how it comes back and how they take it. It's so simple to miss a piece of communication and it'll turn the whole situation another direction when all it takes is, hey, can I pull you to the side, or I didn't like this, like that, whatever. It's a part of growth, something you have to go through. Some people go through it and some people don't. Some people are so worried about probably upsetting a person or ticking that person off to where they never want to talk to them again. There's a lot of people out here that struggles with people, how to deal with people, how to tolerate people. They struggle with friendships. So they learn to not say nothing, bottle all their feelings and emotions up. And then when they lash out, it's just like, whoa, a straight blow, a huge attack. And the most mature person, I'm not going to say the most mature person, but y'all let me know. The most mature person would just walk away. Because when you've been through a lot, I don't have time for that. I'm not going to tolerate that. At that point in your life, you know what you're willing to deal with, not deal with, what you tolerate, not tolerate. And when you're a female, now, once again, y'all let me know. When you're a female, because males handle it differently. So for females, another female can, they flip out. The second time they do it, they flip out even more than the last. And then if you continue to let it go, okay, we talked about it, I let it slide. By the third time, you got this like bitter taste in your mouth from this person, a bitter feeling. It's just like a ugh. You just you just have zero tolerance for it. So that person might flip out the third time, and it's just like, did it really? Did it just act like that? Did it just say that to me? And that's usually what causes the split. Um, and just learning that, I would say practice that no matter if it's with a friend, a family member, um, a significant other, your spouse, your children. Kids flip out. You've got to pull yourself together to sit them down. If you can sit your child down, you should be able to sit an adult down and talk to them, explain things to them. And of course, you're gonna always be there for your kids, love your kids, versus a stranger that, or somebody you work with. You definitely deal with that differently. So, my point I'm trying to say is that when it comes down to work, you have to deal with all kinds of situations. You may have to go to a boss, your supervisor, a manager, things like that, depending on if you're small business, a major company, things like that. If you can go into your manager's office and ask for a raise, you're grown enough to go in there and sit down and say, hey, sent out an email and I didn't like the way the email came across. Especially if it's kind of like a small office. Rumor spread, the talk spreads, you pretty much know who the email is about, but they have to send out a standardized memo. So it's just like, I've known people who, you can send out a standard memo, but until you sit that person down and tell them directly to their face, it's like, hey, your work performance, or you this and you're that, and you add so much value to the company. I appreciate your hard work, but I really need you to work on this. And I would like to see this side of you. You give, the sandwich effect. You tell them how good they are, and then you add in there the layers of what you need them to be, to build. And a lot of times, some people are so hung up over, yeah, I am good, I am great, I am this, I am that. They're not even listening to what they need to work on. You know, I've heard people say, well, until they say it directly to me, they're not talking to me. And that is the worst thing you could possibly do. The worst way to think. You know, you have to listen no matter what a supervisor, manager is saying to you. You got to be able to sit there and say, they're talking directly to me. How can I take what they're saying and apply it to what I'm doing? Even if they're not talking to you. That still gives you growth. That still allows you to be the best you, add more to the table. And it'll help you a whole lot. They'll say, wow, they were already doing good. They're doing better. So it's always room to grow. We all have our faults and flaws and things like that. And just continue to be the better you, the best you can be. If you have stepping, if you're lacking communication, if you're lacking that and don't know how to find your voice, how to speak up. And that's one thing I used to always hear. Karen, you need to find your voice, find your voice, find your voice, find your voice, find your voice. And I'm like, but I said it, you know. I'm not going to come off harsh. I'm not going to be the butthole, you know. I'm just not going to be, I just can't be that person. That's just not me. That's not my personality. So, you have a lot of arrogant people out here, and they just blah, 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 blah. And you sit there and be like, they lying. Do you hear them feeding that foolishness? But those are the ones who have the voice. So now, that's definitely one thing I'm working on. Getting my voice across so people hear me and more or less say, oh yeah, she did mention that, or oh yeah. It's like, duh, I said that. But don't never let a day and a moment go by that you can bring something up, address something, get it out. It's a part of, it's a healing process too. It helps you heal. I grew up in a time where a child stay in a child's place. A child does not, but in adult conversations. And more of the younger generation, it's not like that. You know, they change. They're more vocal. They say how they feel. So I can definitely say, when it comes to addressing a lot of things, that's something they do. Now, they may not work well with people, you know, just depending on how they were raised. So that's really it. Got any comments? Got any questions? Drop it at the bottom. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I did do a project, and my daughter took over. So I couldn't really get it recorded for you all. The book project, I want to do 3 books, painted them. I'll probably show you all, and maybe not the next video, but the next video after that, because she still has to add, she has to print something out and add to the books. So the book set is really not complete. So like I say, I really want to record it, but she started painting. My daughter loves to paint. I bought paint, got the books and stuff. She started painting away, and I said, "Wait a minute, girl! I was supposed to record that. What are you doing? Taking over my stuff." So I do have the clear box that I need to do, and I can't wait to do that. So stay tuned. Tell me what you think. Drop your comments. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you're watching this. And always, be about your business.